This is going to be a review and a walk around of the press brake that I've bought about 1.5 years ago in China. And I'm just going to tell you how it works, if we had any trouble, what's good, whatever. Why? Because I want you to have a press brake. They are fun to work with, they are reliable, but they are expensive. But you can make them a lot cheaper if you know how to get them, how to import them yourself. And in the end, it's not that difficult. You just have to have a little bit of guts, a little bit of electrical knowledge, and the time and the interest to finding stuff out yourself. I never in my life used a press brake before. Then I saw videos and I was thinking, in our production process we use a lot of metal. This can speed up our process quite a bit. So I just took the gamble, flew to China, and I bought a fiber laser cutter, a press brake and a laser welder. And it's totally transformed our metal production part of our business. It's faster, the result is nicer, and even material is cheaper. If you want to make this door frame from angle iron, then you have to cut it all and weld it all, a lot of work. This is just cut on the laser cutter. It bended 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can laser weld it. Look at that nice weld. And then you're done. And then you have a really strong, really nice square door frame for the stuff that we make for our hotel and restaurant clients. Enough about our stuff. If you want to know what we make with this machine, you can just go to our website. Our company name is Samosa, and we are in the Netherlands, in Nijmegen. You can also visit our web shop, whatever. Okay, I was thinking, I want to buy a brake press. Okay, I started searching around on the internet. I already bought quite a few CNC root routers in China. So I just asked my Chinese contact person, who do you advise? And she gave the advice to contact Hongniu. Then I thought, well, if I'm gonna spend 50, 60,000 euros, let's go to China and visit some factories. So I visited 5 factories in Jinan, and Jinan is the CNC heaven of China. And I liked this company the best. Why? Because they are quite big, but they have rows and rows and rows of machines, but not only with the Hongniu logo. They are the producer for about 5, 6, 7 other brands, a few American, a few European, Poland, whatever. And those brands think, this machine is good enough, I'm gonna put my own name on it. And for me that was the trigger to buy at Hongniu. Let's do a quick walk around and you can just see. I won't go too slow because then you will get bored. If you want to see some details, just contact me. I can make a few pictures of you for you, and you can just otherwise pause the video. The machine weighs about 8.5 tons in kilos, and everything is really well thought out. What you can see here is about 90 millimeter thick steel. And this is about 60 millimeters thick. All the clamps are really nice and durable, and you can just open them up like this, and when you press this button Now it's stuck and you press the button, it will fall out. I use the Dalem controller because Dalem is a Dutch company. This is made, or at least designed, about half an hour's driving from here. So in the Netherlands there's quite a lot of knowledge about this controller. For me that's nice. Here we have the safety screen. Really nice feature. I will show it to you in a moment. The controls of the safety screen. The cabinet with a nice light in it. There is a nice wiring diagram, and there isn't much in it. 2 servo drivers for the back, 1 servo drivers for the hydraulics. That's about it. A few sensors. Let's go to the back. What I thought was, when I was unpacking the machine, it's really clean. There is nothing that I think that was botched together or something. Those lifting points are quite rugged and really handy. There is an infrared screen at the back. So when you dive in to get a part that you dropped, the machine will stop. You can hear it right now. The machine is shut down. Maybe it's difficult to see on the camera how thick this is. So that's my thumb, and that's how thick the metal is. It's built really tough, but also it's clean, it's simple, it's tough. And over here is the servo-driven hydraulic motor, so it will only run when it needs to run. So there is no unnecessary wear or tear on the hydraulics system, on the pump, on the oil. That's also real nice. And a quick off the record, we are cleaning because it's almost vacation. So I've done maintenance on that machine today. This is the fiber laser, maintenance on that. And because I just finished this maintenance project, I thought let's make a video about it. But of course, first, let's bend something. This is just for us to test if the angle is correct, that kind of stuff. Okay, I want to bend it at outside bend 40 millimeters, and I want it at 90 degrees. So I just enter those values, 40 and 90, okay. Now when I press start, I first have to start the machine again because we entered the back of the machine and it shut off the motor. Now it's running again. Now if I start it, it will go to the right setting. And now I can check. And I see this is not 90 degrees that I want, but it's 89 degrees, so it's 1 degree off. I can just go to corrections, calculate corrections, enter 89. And the machine itself will know, wait, it must be 90, but it ended up to be 89, so I do this correction. And I can just take a new part, bend it again, and that part will be 90. But now I'm being an idiot, and I left this on the machine. That's not a good idea. I'll show it like this. Oh, what is it? Oh well. As you can see, I've prepared it really good. I'm just babbling something. I didn't prepare anything at all. Okay. Now I've left something here, my wallet, my phone, my caliper, whatever. And the infrared screen will see that there is not only 2 millimeters of metal here, but something much thicker. Let's say it does work, but it's stupid to show it and cut your finger off. I'm gonna put my finger on it on a safe area. It won't cut my finger off. And I'm too scared to do it below the machine because maybe there's a fluke and it doesn't work, but I can show you time and time again. It won't cut off my finger. Until I pull my finger away. And there it goes. And this safety feature, I think it was about 1,500 euros, but it's really great because safety is a mindset, but this will help in a split second that you're not paying attention. Just pay the extra money, get a safety screen. Don't be an idiot. No. Sorry. That doesn't work. You have to put it open first. Then you can just slide it in. And you can make a setup. Okay, the machine works. It's 1.5 years old now. I didn't have any troubles with it. The servo system is from Innovance. The controller is from Dalem. And the rest is just whatever Hongniu advised me. I contacted them through their website and you just start chatting over WhatsApp. You ask a question, they send a picture. WhatsApp is the way to go. Then in the end, you've got your machine. You pay the money, 50% in advance, then they make it. Then they send you a video. And you see the video and you think, yeah, that could be anyone's machine. And then you pay the rest of the money. So you pay 100% before the machine leaves their yard. That's the chance you have to take. I've bought 15 machines of this size and bigger in China, from CNC routers to lasers to whatever. Always it's fine. I've never had a problem. And to be honest, people that do have problems weren't having an honest expectation. If you're getting a machine for half the price that this machine is sold in the European market, you have to do some shit yourself. Stuff yourself. Because you buy it, it's totally cling wrapped. The manual is... there is a manual, but it isn't going to help you. Because it's a Chinglish manual. It's a bit sparse. The manual for the Dalem controller is an English and Dutch product. That's a really great manual. But for the machine itself, how to connect it, how to level it, you will be put in a group chat with about 8 Chinese engineers, and you can just ask questions and they will help you really fast. So I was setting up the machine, I had put everything level, I've pumped all the oil in, about 300 or 200 liters of oil. That's also quite pricey. But then it wouldn't move. And with the WhatsApp chat group and the video, they helped me every day of the week, every time of the week. So if it's 9 o'clock here, they will help you. If it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, they will be there to help you. And for me that's perfect because I do all the maintenance myself. So that's also, I know the machine. It's my machine, I keep it clean, I keep it greased, I keep it healthy. But also when it breaks down or I do something stupid, I know how to fix it. About breaking down, I had some trouble with the infrared screen but it was just not that It was my lack of knowledge. It was not their fault. There are some settings in the controller where you can adjust the height where the infrared screen will be ignored. Because when you're bending metal, and this is 2 millimeters thick, then it will turn off the infrared screen at 3 millimeters thick. 1 millimeter above the material. But after laser cutting, the material could be warped. So then it thinks it's thicker. The laser will see it because it's warped a bit. And those settings were just, what the fuck is going on right now? How can I fix it? And I've learned myself just by trying, by asking the Chinese, asking friends. I've educated myself on how to use the machine. And now it's not that difficult. The thing is, if you're looking for a press brake for production in your own small workshop, this is perfect. It's affordable. I believe it's a really high quality, and you're buying it directly from the producer. There is not a reseller somewhere or the importing company that is the import company that will add a lot of money to it, but I'm not sure what value. So if you think, I work the same the same way like that guy on the video, right? Buy it yourself. If you want to, if you've got questions, maybe I skipped the entire bit behind here, or how this works, or how that works. I'm not sure what you're looking for. But if I can help you, I do like to help, because making stuff is the greatest thing in the world. And for us, the combination of laser cutting steel, bending it, and after that welding it, that makes it possible for us to make a nice little door like this. And we put wood in here, it has a nice color, but it is really strong. The mounting points for the hinges are here, and of course it has our logo in it. And 1.5 years ago we couldn't make this, and now it's the easiest way to make it, because it's just cut, 4 times bending, 4 little welds, and you've got a really nice strong door. Okay, I'm done, I'm rambling. It's big, it's heavy. Be sure that your floor is capable of carrying the load, otherwise your floor will crack. But in the end, you're gonna really enjoy working with a press brake. Thanks, bye-bye.